Welcome back to Dugmer Junction. I'm Wayne.
And I'm Roger.
We are the content creators here on the Dugmer Junction and Highfield Road YouTube channel. First and foremost, we want to say a massive thank you to all our new subscribers recently, and an even bigger thank you to all of you subscribers who've been here from the start and been supporting us since day one. There is an awful lot of new stuff since our last video.
A lot of changes have been made.
Yeah, and if we think the last one we brought you was actually Christmas, December
21.
Yeah. So it's been just over 2 years. Like we said, a lot has changed, including the hairstyle. I've gone for the long look, and
I had a beard until yesterday, or until this morning.
Yeah,
and that's gone.
So it's hairy changes here, isn't it?
Hairy change.
Not scary, but hairy.
Scary, yeah.
But yeah, so enough with the bad jokes. Let's get on with the layout update. There's plenty to show you.
Yeah.
And
enjoy.
So let's start off where we ended the last update. Now this is the lift up section on Dugmer Junction, and before we had the hillsides in, which were painted I believe, but we had yet to actually start scenicking them, should I say. So as you can see now, we've got some trees on the left hand side and static grass, the hilly area, and then on the right hand side we cheated a little bit and used some paint and then put some old trees in. Now these trees which we've got over here, these have all been refurbished and such because they were in such a bad state. So all I did was literally coated them in PVA glue and then put scatter around them, and it's brought the trees back to life and it's gave them another use on the layout again. So that was good. So that saved a little bit on the old pocket money, so we didn't have to buy more trees. They're not the best looking trees in the world, admittedly, but they serve a purpose, so we've managed to make use of those again. But yeah, just coming back to the lift up section, that's now quite a nice running shot when the camera's a little bit further down and you can see the locos going past as they go away on the bend and then around past Bexwood. Now I'm just going to move the camera up to Bexwood, so you have to excuse me in the tripod a moment because the legs got stuck. But yeah, you've probably seen Bexwood before. This was one of the newer additions we put on here on one of our older updates. I'll just zoom in. Obviously you've got the deer at the top, you've got the campers, you've got some people having a picnic as well with their tents, and also we've got the fire pit there as well with a tent as well with an illuminated light in it, so that's a very nice scene. So again, then we called that Bexwood. Just need to make some alterations there onto the front because you can see where the PVA glue was previously ran, so I will touch that up and get rid of that at some point. Now as we come out, I'm just going to put the tripod down. This is where we used to have the church scene where there was a couple getting married, and then obviously you had the cemetery there as well. As I zoom in, you can now see that we've turned this into a fishing lake. Now that is another one of my passions, and also my dad's passions as well. Runs in the family. We like our carp fishing and also our coarse fishing as well. So we thought, why not add that into the railway somewhere? So we've included Bexwood Fishing Lake. So as you can see, if we just come down by the lift up section, we've now got some bivvies there, look. For those of you who are not familiar with the terminology, that is basically a tent which we sleep in when we're fishing. There's a few more there. We've got a nice island. I'm just going to zoom out a bit. And you can see the men there fishing. And if I just come off to the left a little bit further, you can see there's a chap having his photo taken with a cart, or his missus has come down to see him and taking a picture. Now the people are a little bit overscale for the size of the bivvies, but you know, rule one and all that. So yeah, that scene's come out pretty nice. Now we're just gonna come to the left slightly. What I will do also, before I move on, I will just put a little clip of what it used to look like in there as well, and then obviously you can tell me below what you think looks better, what you preferred. Moving across here then, we've got Bexwood Fishing Lake car park with some of the fishing vans in there, and then that comes across then to a burger joint with a car park as well. So that's come out really nice, and previously that was all like a village scene down there. Now, as you probably noticed, we've started redoing the whole of the road on Dugmer Junction as well. We gave it a complete overhaul and re-putting all the lampposts in that again. So that's coming up to a really nice scene here now. So I'm just going to stop it just for a second while I move the camera and the tripod, and we'll come across to the left hand corner at the back of the layout, where there used to be a, well, at one point there was a flyover, but that got taken away at some point along the line, and then below it there was either the burger shop, which you just seen, or there was a petrol station scene. So I'll try and find some footage from old videos and just to show you what it used to look like. As we move across now to the left hand side of the layout, you can see the continuation of the road which goes around to a mini roundabout. But just in the right hand corner of the shot you can see the Badger Line bus. Now if I zoom in, another little touch we've done on the old bus is you can probably see there's now some passengers fitted in there. Now it doesn't go anywhere, it's not motorised or anything like that, but yeah, it certainly adds to the scene there. So as I bring you back out again on the old camera, see the 59 passing by, and you'll see now in the foreground you've got the new scenic area, which is a refueling point. So as the trains pass I will zoom in and show you that. But yeah, made these, I think it's Metcalf kits. Took me a little while. If you've followed it on YouTube, you've seen I put a post up a little while back before Christmas that I was making them. Yeah, and they've really made this scene quite nice here in the corner, which goes on to the halt, which I will show you in a moment. But I'll just zoom in now. So obviously we've got the little porter cabin over there, with the security fencing going around it, just off the main line. And you see over there we've got two class 20s waiting for the next turn, which have just come in for a refuel, and then that comes across then onto a set of points which leads on to where the 37 is, and that's where the halt is. And you've got the train station, the train stations, you've got the train spotters at the end of the platform taking some numbers. So I'm going to lift the camera up and give you a closer look now at this refueling point, because this is actually quite a really nice area. So let's have a look at that now. So let's get you a bit of elevation on this and just zoom out just a tad. Apologies, I'm using a new camera now, so this is all a bit new to me. But yeah, not too much detail there, but just enough. We didn't want to go over cluttering it with too much detail. But yeah, that's all come out quite nicely actually. So let's just come around now and pop you down where the class 37 is, and I'll just grab my notes and I'll be able to go over the next part of the update with you. So we've now moved over to this area of the layout where we used to have a halt. Now I was sat here one night and I was looking at it, and I'm going to insert a little clip here of how it used to look like, and I just thought of, so I just looked at it and I was like, that really needs a bit of work done onto it. It really needs some TLC. So I'll just go to that clip now so you can have a look at it. So here we are now, we're back, and as you can see, I've completely overhauled the halt. I've painted the back fencing, sanded down the whole platform, repainted it, added some new signage, added security cameras, new passengers, new station building, and yeah, that's come out really nice, I think. So I've saved myself some money by reusing what we had available. And yeah, I'm really happy with the way that's come out, especially as it goes down and then it looks off obviously into the refueling point. So I'm really proud of how that scene's come out actually. I think it looks quite nice. Let's have another look there. And it kind of gives you a nice shot when you've got the Class 37 or whichever loco it may be coming into shot. So I'll just bring that in now. Moving up to the top end of the layout, now looking down towards the refueling point you can see that there has been 2 sidings added to the layout. For obvious reasons, this was added to give us some more storage. We were finding that we were taking stock on and off the layout an awful lot. So we just wanted somewhere where we could put maybe 1 or 2 rakes of coaches, or a rake of coaches and a small engineering train, or just something along those lines, which we didn't have to keep taking on and off all the time. But as you can see as well, while we've got this shot here with the new road, the whole scene to me personally just looks a lot better, a lot cleaner, a bit more easier to film as well, looks nicer, more presentable. So again, we're happy with how the new road and the static grass has all coming up the board here to the top end of the layout, and it also gives a nice area to get some shots of the trains as they pass as well, because potentially you can get a nice zoomed in section down there of the Class 20s, and then you could, if you wanted to, bring them all the way up here, and like I said, get a nice few shots there. Now we'll just let the 47 pass the camera. I don't think the 59 will be too far away either, and then we'll move on to the next part of the update. Moving to the top end now, this is where we had an engineering kind of scene. Didn't really have much love, to be honest. Had like a fence around it, blue fence, bit of track, which was made to look like it was being dug up because it was an old branch line, but we decided to do away with that, and we've replaced it with a cricket pitch in a cricket scene, because we've had these cricketers in a box for a really long time, since the old loft layout. So we thought we'd reinstate them back in the layout. Now, yes, the cricket pitch itself is a little bit small, but we've made do, and it certainly gives off a good effect and makes use of a small space on the layout. So like I said, you can see that the cricketers there are having a game. Got the little hut there and the scoreboard, and then if you have a look down here in the corner as well, we've got a family there with their dog having a picnic as they enjoy their afternoon. So yeah, that's another nice little scene which has come out on the layout, and a good use of stuff which was otherwise in the box and not being used. Just before we move on as well, as you can see now where I had to put this siding in going down here, from where that coach is and obviously going back to the right, coming all the way across, we had to redo this, put all new track in. I wasn't happy with the way the curve come around. Still not overly pleased with it, but it certainly works a lot better than it did. So yeah, that was a bit of a pig of a job, getting all the old ballast up, putting the new track down, well, sanding the board down again and making it all nice and smooth, and then reinstating the track. But yeah, it's come out okay. Haven't done a bad job on the old ballasting of the points. It's not my favourite job in the world, and yeah, if I can avoid it I will. So we're going to come across now to where the old depot used to be. Now we're in two minds. We're not sure if we're going to convert this into a bus station on this side, or if I come across to the platform over here, or if we're going to have it on that side of the station. But we'll come back to that in a future update, and we'll let you know what we decided to do. But now moving on to the main station on the layout. As you can see, as per the halt, this has had a complete overhaul, except from the building. We need to get a new building really, but it does the job for now. But yeah, all the platforms have been completely sanded down, got all the old excess glue off of them. They were in a really bad way, to be honest. Then I gave them a primer and then painted them, all hand painted. I'm not very good at all this stuff, but I certainly make do with what I can do. Then I've added some white markings on the platform. They are a little bit wide, to be fair, but they do the job. And then obviously you can see we've added some scenes as well, where we've added more passengers, shelters, and just really tried to bring the platform alive. And I think you agree, if you've seen how the platform was before, this is certainly an upgrade to how it used to look. And then obviously on this side, you can't really see this side as well, inside in front of the building we've got passengers as well. And yeah, it's just really brought it to life, so we're really happy with the way this station's come out. Moving off to the left now, I'm just gonna get a wobbly camera so I can move this chair out my way. This is where the old signal box used to be. Now the scene didn't last very long, to be fair. It was one of the more recent additions on one of our previous updates, but we decided that we'd do away with it because it didn't really make sense to have it there, to be honest. So we decided to go with the castle scene, and it's something my dad always wanted on the layout. So after a bit of to and froing and not realising how we were going to fit it in, this is the best we could come up with, to be honest. But it hasn't come out too bad. And we've used some scatter as well to go in the joints to kind of try and hide, you know, all the gaps in that between the building section. It's actually come out really nice with the foliage in front of it as well. So that's our castle scene, and we're almost coming to the end of all the alterations we've done on the layout. Just coming down to the left hand side now, we've got the signal box here. Let me just adjust that. Need to put a little light in that and get that all working again. Need to do a bit of touch up and decide what we're doing down here on this road. As we go into the car park here for the TMD, we've added a fencing section and a barrier, some workmen, and as you can see, this used to be a road going all the way down here, but it didn't come out very well. So again, we decided to use foliage. You have to excuse me, this chair keeps getting in my way. And yeah, we just tried to bring it alive a bit more. So the TMD's had a little bit of work done on it, but it pretty much remains the same as it was, just with the addition of the car park here. And I've got to go and put that fence away in a box. Now moving to the back end of the layout, these are the last parts we've done. More or less my dad, to be honest, he done most of this by himself. We've now put some fieldways in the back, again with some foliage, with a pathway. So you've got a family here walking their dogs, and just zoom in, and they're going to have a walk down the path. Then they will go up to the castle. Coming back down again now. Just wait for the locomotives to pass by. We've added some fields with a little pathway. So we've got the general public here moving up and down the pathway, up and towards and back from the castle. We've now got a train spotter there, enjoying his day, watching whatever comes down the line. And yeah, we've got a thug there. Maybe he's thinking, oh, I wonder if I go nick his camera, how much it's worth on eBay. All joking aside. Yeah, then we've got the, like I said, the little countryside path comes down the side of the railway. Got some hikers walking down on their way to the castle. And then that comes down back to where we started at the lift up section. So yeah, an awful lot has changed on the railway since our last update. We're really pleased with how it's all come out. So what we'll do now, we hope you've enjoyed that. We'll put some running shots on at the end of locomotives passing the camera. Again, sorry it took so long for this update to come to you guys, but yeah, we hope you've enjoyed it. So next video will be Meet the Fleet for the electric locomotives. That was something else you guys asked for on the YouTube channel, so that's what I'll bring to you next. Anyway, thank you for your continued support. Welcome to all the new subscribers, and thank you to everybody who's been subscribed for such a long time. And yeah, we'll look forward to bringing you some more content shortly.